I don't know.
Okay.
Stand up closer. So I'm going to stand in the background and be the demo. And you want to, let's talk about some bad things that people do at work, okay? So posture-wise, let's say you're sitting at their desk.
Oh, yeah. One of the worst things, and I have touched on this at a previous Wednesday video. I talked to the ladies at the park on Saturdays about it, and that's your positioning at your desk.
You're sitting at your desk.
You're sitting, okay, and you're slouching, right? And you're hunched over. Now, keep everything right where it is.
Oh my God, that's
and
hurry.
attempt to fix that position by sitting up straight. Right now, most of the time you did actually a pretty good job, but most people will just throw a big arch in the low back. Okay, like so if I'm doing it like this, if I start to lean forward and then I catch myself, what I'm typically going to do is just go like this, right, and just kind of sit up and build tension there in the low back, where we don't really want tension in the low back when you're sitting. You want to activate your core. This tension in back here, it's just going to build. Those muscles are going to be short. They're going to be aggravated. So it's one really key thing is a lot of people have those lumbar supports. You have one on your desk? Right?
No.
Even the chair itself nowadays, like the newer ones, they curve, right?
Is that bad?
So we were watching this video I was watching this video the other day, and the guy was like, I think it's called Zen Gorilla Fitness. Not like a monkey gorilla, but like gorilla, G-U-R, okay? And he said, don't use those things because of the arch that it kind of throws into your back unnecessarily. But after working with the chiropractors for a couple of years, okay, I came to understand that device is beneficial for activating your core muscles into, okay? So you actually want to use that roundedness to squeeze your core. Yeah, you're almost using it as resistance so you say, oh, there's that little thing right in my low back, and I'm gonna squeeze my stomach muscles and draw my belly button in and actually push my low back into it.
That's awesome. So if you got one of those devices in the back of your office chair that makes your back curve, what Miguel is saying is you want to use that, but then you want to concentrate on like squeezing down your core muscles to kind of work against into the little back. Oh, that's cool. So you definitely do that. What else can they do?
Setting the shoulders, but so after you do that, you're gonna feel once you squeeze your abdominals, it just automatically like kind of pushes your shoulders forward. You're gonna feel like you're curved in a C, and you are really, because your spine's you pull the shoulder blades back, and down, and then the last thing is your chin. You want to take your chin back this way, and a great way, and I struggled with this. You can stay there in the video. So there's a couple people that have been asking me, oh, what are the best what are some exercises? That's the question. Okay. What are exercises I can do at work?
Let's do some exercises.
And once I really started to think about that, which was a horrible idea, I'm like, really? There's about, I don't know, tens of thousands of exercises that you
Only
can do.
Tens of thousands.
Like literally.
Let's do three real quick. Why don't you get closer to the phone so they can hear you?
So here's what I came up with.
Okay, go.
Getting yourself up against the wall. I'm pretty sure there's a wall somewhere in your office, unless you're in a cubicle, right? You don't want to just like knock all the cubicles down.
So find a wall.
Find a wall and get your butt up against it, literally.
Okay. Get your butt up against the wall. Do what?
You want to just turn it a little bit to that?
Oh, okay.
I think we can.
You should have told me.
I know. The guy would have washed the wall. I think that would be okay.
Miguel, we're not planning very well this morning. So we're going to take a little walk here.
The wall.
To the wall.
We need
all
this
right.
wall right now.
So now we have my wall. All right. All right. We just lost a bunch of viewers. They're like,
that's okay.
Okay, so I'm staying.
Hey, now we just got him back. Maybe if they saw my dead bod, there it is. So the ladies, what we're doing right now are core activation techniques on the ground, okay? Because there's just so many different things we can do just laying down flat with other parts of your body. But if you're at work and you're nice clothes, you probably don't want to be getting on the ground a whole lot, okay? So we can do these posterior pelvic tilts
posterior pelvic tilts.
Up against the wall, okay? So you want to first thing you want to do is get your heels up against the wall.
Okay, I got my heels up against the wall.
Get your hips up against the wall.
I'm about to fall forward.
Get your shoulders against the wall and your heads against the wall. Okay?
So one more time. Heels, hips, shoulders, head.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
All against the
Come
wall.
on, guys. Couple problems you're going to have. If you have a big old behind, it's going to be hard to get, it's going to be very easy to get your hips on the wall, right? It's like, oh, there it is. Right? It's going to be hard to get your heels against the wall.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of mass in your back right here, or you have a very curved, what we call a kyphotic curve, like a really curved upper back, it's going to be hard to get your shoulders up against, and your head up against the wall, because it's going to push it forward like this. And what could happen, right? So punch forward again. Now, if you were like this, and I said you need to get your head against the wall, typically what's going to happen is you're going to tilt your head back, and you're going to end up looking up like this. A lot of people are going to experience this right here. Okay. Tight shoulders, but we can only work with one little thing at a time. Okay, so let's work right here and the tilt. So face that way a little bit. Now. All the way, and show a anterior tilt. Like put your hands on your hips and kind of sway the back. Good. What we want is a posterior tilt where you're flattening your back. Go ahead and flatten it against your good. Squeeze in these muscles. So just do it right up against the wall. Now, when you actually do this, go ahead and step away from the wall just a little bit. You'll notice standing right up against the wall. You can do it, but it's like a little uncomfortable. Just step away from the wall a little bit. Now, that's a lot easier, right?
It's a lot easier. And now my back is against the wall.
It's flat against the wall. Now that's not not normal, nor is it a natural position. Is to like really squeeze your abs hard and push your back flat. Ideally, you want your back neutral, but we need to strengthen here. We need to activate, and that's just what's going to happen when you properly squeeze right here. Here's another technique.
So the exercise I'm actually doing right now, you want me to do is squeeze.
Squeezing. It's a bracing.
So I'm standing up against the wall and I'm squeezing my core.
Exactly.
Squeezing my core.
So
let's do a few reps together.
What it is not a drawing in. It's not creating a vacuum effect, like trying to suck in your stomach. It's a squeezing down, like if somebody put you up against the wall to punch you in the stomach.
Don't punch me.
You would definitely squeeze down, and that would actually
pretend like you're gonna punch me.
See how it brought when he did that very, very hard, it brings the shoulders forward. You don't need to do it that hard. We don't need to activate up here so much as just give me the posterior tilt. So just that right there. Now, when you do the posterior tilt down here, what's important to remember is that you're using these muscles. Don't squeeze your butt. Like
oh damn, I'm squeezing my butt.
If you squeeze your glutes, that's going to help you get that tilt and make your back a lot flatter. But we don't want to use your butt muscles to achieve this. You want it all right there. Okay, so that was very important. It's not a drawing in. It's not. It is a squeezing down. It's like creating tension here in the core. So people are going to ask, how often do I do this, right?
Yeah.
High reps, 15 to 20 times.
Yeah.
In a row, obviously. Maybe hold it, take a breath. Being very mindful where your shoulder position is, okay? Because a lot of people's shoulders are rounded.
So you want your shoulders back.
So put the backs of your hands, when you're doing this, make sure the back of your hand is up against the wall when you're doing it.
Yeah.
So isn't that way easier than just kind of like hang your arms to the side?
So I got my,
that's
so my hands are against the wall, and I'm drawing it, like if you can hear that.
Just like rocks.
Right in the rock. So I'm tightening the core.
And pull. Sometimes you have to actually draw those shoulders back.
Yeah, I'm drawing my shoulders back.
But there's another exercise right there for between the shoulder blades. You just pinch the shoulder blades, right? Here, hey, since we're here, right, we've got our head in a good position. Put your neck over to the side to get a little stretch. These are some things. Week 2, what we touched on, where week 1 was just like getting this activation on the ground when we're at the park. And then week That was week 1. Week 2, it's like, here's some other things you can do while you're already laying there, stretching the neck.
All right.
And then we kind of get into some other things. But
so if they didn't have a wall though, could they just really just stand upright? I mean, do you get to
you can. It's a lot easier when you have
the wall, stable surface.
Yes, a target for your low back. It's like, how do I know what flat is?
Pretty much everybody at work has like a break room or the bathroom. You could go to the bathroom and kind of like just get used to that position. Now once you get smaller and you're used to kind of like we shoulders back and down, I could stand up here and I feel like I'm engaging my core. I'm not against the wall, but I feel like I'm engaging my core.
Exactly.
Just do a few reps. Would that be okay?
Now for the last one, what I would do is like get myself against the wall.
Okay.
Pull your shoulders back. Now you don't have to push the low back against the wall on the last one. Just get it tight, build a little tiny bit of tension, and then just step away from the wall. And that should be the position. And then just go ahead and sit down. Right.
So I'm in my position. I'm tight at the core, and then I just hold it. And I come back to my desk. I just hold my, I can feel like
loosen up a little bit, but yeah, you got the idea.
So there's really nothing that you don't need special equipment. You don't need, like a lot of the times like they're doing squats and stuff at their desk.
That's why I really struggled with the
question.
Because it's like, what are some exercises I can do? Well, if you have the type of office where you have your own door and you can like set the cables and the bands in the door, or you have one of these.
Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll do
one of these things where you can hang the pull-up bar that is actually additionally a push-up bar. I mean, that opens the door wide up.
But let's assume they don't. Then you just gotta find a wall.
You don't need equipment. You can use your desk to plank on. You can sit on your desk and do certain exercises, so you can be like George Costanza and just take a snooze right.
You could sleep underneath your desk. But one thing you could do is practice the wall at home, and then try to remember that posture. And when you're at work, engage your core. So this was like core workout without having to do sit-ups or planks or any of that stuff at work, because usually you're dressed in nicer clothes and you want to be able to stand tightly. All right. Let's wrap it up there. We're going to go do our workout. Again, for those of you who are just now watching the broadcast, Miguel has for my patients in Albuquerque, he already has one beginner's group of 10 patients to do an 8-week course. They meet every Saturday morning at Haynes Park across from Intel. He's got 4 other people that are interested in starting a second beginner's group. So he has room for 6 or 7 more people that would be interested in joining another beginner's group. Personal message, Miguel, on that, and I'm going to take a few questions here, and then we'll go.
Okay, let me mention a couple more things. This core work, okay, now your core, most people think of it as your abdominals. Okay, your abdominal muscles and your core are different things. Your abdominal muscles are muscles. Your core is a system at work here. And what we're working on against this wall is postural muscles that support your spine. Then you have the core muscles that support your spine and your pelvis and put that unit together. And then you have the other muscles that take those two and add it so you can take that energy to your extremities. So we need to start. People say we want to lay the foundation, right, of your core muscles, thinking of your abdominal muscles. But don't forget, and the reason this came to me is because I saw this house in Florida sink into a sinkhole. Okay, so that house could have had the very best foundation that you could possibly build for a house. But guess what? You're forgetting about what you're putting that foundation upon.
No.
The earth. It just swallowed it right up. So you could build great abdominals. You can have a six-pack. But if your spine sucks, you're limited.
So the entire core is not just your abdominal muscles, but all the muscles, your back muscles, your strap muscles.
It's the muscles.
Pelvic muscles, hip muscles.
Exactly.
So think about that when we talk about working your core. It's not just flexing your six-pack abs. It is working on your back, your spine, spine alignment. That's why I like the Cerebro trainer here, because he helps you with all that sort of stuff. All right, let's take some comments here. Charlene says, Miguel and Dr. V, you should take off your chops and show us your abs.
Take off
Tops.
Chops.
I think she means tops.
She wants me to shave.
All right. Penny Jo Quist says, this is one of my pre-surgery exercises with her physical therapist. That's good. All right. Wall squat. Oh. We're not going to do a wall squat today. We'll do that later. I got to run.
A wall squat
Yeah.
can be used in conjunction with the pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
So when you're doing the wall squat, make sure that core is engaged up against the wall.
Let's do that next week, because I hate wall squats. I really do. It's painful.
I'm going to find a useful
Wendy Jones says hi from Tennessee.
way to do that.
Minnie says hi from Farmington. Okay. Oh, Staten Island, New York. Sabby Soto's in. Nicole Readers from Clovis. So good morning, everybody. Rewatch this, share this video. A couple simple little core exercises you guys can do at work. All right. So appreciate you guys very much. We'll see you next week, next Wednesday. We're going to continue talking about the core a little bit and maybe do some wall squats, which are I hate them. Danny Sander, welcome. Hi from New Jersey.
Continuing on with the wall stuff you can do at work, at home.
We're going to actually go do our workout, and Miguel, we are starting the heavy workout, right? Is that
Yes. So doctor has gone through stabilizing phase,
Yes.
a strength endurance phase, a hypertrophy phase, and now we're working on maximum strength. So we're going to lift some heavy weights.
Heavy weights. And I think in the future, what we should do for our viewers is talk about stabilization.
Okay.
I think that's really important for the obese population and patients who just had weight loss surgery or perioperative. Do not go to the gym. Do not hit heavy weights until you get stable. And it's what we were talking about, having that stable, strong core. So that's what Workout Wednesday is all about. Some people who catch the title of Workout Wednesdays, they make snarky comments about, I thought Dr. Vong said not to work out after, weight loss surgery, and so why is he's contradicting himself by doing Workout Wednesdays? And I just tell those people, read between the lines, because you're clearly not watching the videos. We have never done a Workout Wednesday where we're like yelling at you like Insanity or P90X or Biggest Loser. We're telling you specific tips that are easy